You want me to put a fake name on your order? Alright. So, this is about 3 years ago. I was working at Papa John's, in Canada, and was acting as the assistant manager. When we had customers order within the store, we would just take the customer's name so that we can call out their order once it's ready, and usually this isn't an issue. Well, an older gentleman walks in, 60 to 70 I'd say. He waits in line, approaches the counter, places his order, but when I asked this customer for his name, I realized I had opened Pandora's box. Customer, what do you need my name for? Me, it's so that when your order is prepared, I can call it out for you, sir. Customer, you don't need my ducking name. Turns to customers in line and says, watch out. The ducking pizza guy wants your social security number. Me, sir, if it is an issue, you can just use a fake name. Customer, just put Bob on it. And so I did. 10 minutes later his pizza is hot and fresh from the oven. I walk to the counter and yell out to the store, pizza for Bob. The guy doesn't budge. I realize now that this man has forgotten that he was ordering under an alias and doesn't know his order is ready. The other customers in the store, however, knew what was happening because they just watched and heard the misery unfold. They turned to Bob, they turned to me, they turned to Bob, and I can see it in their eyes. Even the customers long for that malicious compliance. I continued to bring the other customers their orders, some who had been there before him, and once Bob had noticed that I was serving food to those who ordered after him, he approached the counter. At this point the pizza is getting nice and dry under the heat lamp. It's been about 20 minutes since he's ordered. Customer, is my food going to be ready soon? Me, sir, it's been out of the oven for about 10 minutes now. I've called for the name you gave me several times but nobody came to the counter. At this point the guy is aware that he is getting his food late at his own demise. I hand him the pizza and there is no more exchanging of words. He leaves and goes on his way. The customers who witnessed the misery unfold were all snickering as he left. Not a bad gig. Just deleted this by mistake, first time on the internet. Now to the comments. I always use the same fake name wherever I go so I can avoid something like that. I use a fake name because my name is very uncommon, so they always misspell it or can't pronounce it properly. You're not fooling us, Rusty Shackelford. No, that Benedict Cumbersnatch. That's funny, his food was late all because he wouldn't give you his name. Would have been better if you asked him to confirm his name before you gave him the pizza and he gave you his real name. Then he wouldn't get the pizza since there wouldn't be an order with that name. I'm sorry, sir, I'll need to see some ID to prove you really are Bob. Wouldn't want to give it to the wrong person. And your social security number. You guys just wanted an SSN? Last place I got pizza from took my firstborn. I am going to your place next time. The place I used to go started asking for your soul, so now I can't go there anymore. /r/ginger problems. It's great though if you want to challenge the devil to a fiddle contest. Compliance is best served from under a heat lamp. It would have been funnier if he paid for his order with a debit or credit card. I had a fellow grad student classmate do this exactly. She didn't see any reason for them to know her name when they asked to write it on her tray, so she gave a fake name. Then she gave them her credit card which has her actual name. Of course they don't care. Being fair to her, she at least usually remembers her fake names. This sounds like something I would do. There is something mildly upsetting to me that some guy is going to shout my name across a waiting area. Maybe I have just dealt with a disproportionate number of insane people, but I am fine with the guy working at the store handling my name in the course of their job. I am less happy with everyone who happens to be in the area handling my name. It isn't something I ever really care about, plus sometimes using a pretend name for 5 minutes can be fun. Haha, my story of this is similar. I was a customer already waiting for the food to come out. This place is super busy, very loud, everyone is just yelling constantly. Some customer comes up and orders their food. The cashier is a no-nonsense fellow. Your name, he shouts. I don't have to give you my name, the customer responds. Your name is Dildo Baggins, the cashier asserts and aggressively points at the customer. He writes dildo on the order in big black marker with an aggressive underline. The food was ready very quickly, smaller order than mine. Dildo, the cashier shouts. Dildo. He points the box of food at Dildo Baggins until Mr. Baggins went up and retrieved his food in silence. After he left, the cashier is just shouting a rant about he doesn't care if you want a name or not, just don't waste my time with your bullshit. My name is Andy and I always used Randy on the phone. One time a guy said Randy. My name is Randy too. He drove up to the store I worked at and told everyone Randy helped him so much and was excited we had the same name. I didn't have the heart to tell him I wasn't really a Randy like him. To this day he still doesn't know, and now all my friends call me Uncle Randy. They started doing this here at Wendy's. When I tell them my name is Maurice, they look like they have been shot. So, I tell them my name is Bob. It doesn't matter, they hand me my order anyway with no calling of names. My name actually is Bob. Last week our local Wendy's wrote Bob on my receipt. Maybe they thought your name was Bob Burgers. How has this guy lived to old age and not learned how food pickup works? I've never really figured out if I like how some places have started using names instead of numbers. Like, I understand it's more personal to use my name, but it's so much easier to hear a number from across the room than a name. I think the issue there is when numbers are ready out of order, such as, hey, I'm 43, how come 47 is ready before me? Because you ordered 15 sandwiches, sides and dessert. That guy only got fries. I imagine a big part of the reason for asking names is to avoid confusion. Used to do this for carryouts at my restaurant. We also did phone orders, so we had to verify that it was you, but if you just said pick up for X it was generally enough verification. Well, one asshole refused and have an alias, so when he came to get his food we asked for ID. Then turns out no food under his name. Too bad.